welcome back. So today, we are building in Evergreen Harbor, which came with the Eco Lifestyle Pack. And here I'm just showing you an overview of how the outside look like. As you can tell, it's very overgrown and abandoned and just kind of like really dirty and like falling apart. And then on the inside, it'll turn out to be a little bit like that. I do put a lot of like gross on the floor and the cracks in the walls and stuff. But I'm building with the new Parties Essential kit. I believe that's what it's called. It's the new one that just came out. I think I'm a little bit behind, but that's the whole reason why I'm doing a voiceovers today. I'm still having a little trouble getting them done, so there is going to be other videos where music will still be over it instead of a voiceover. But since this was a short video and I really wanted to do one for the new kit, I figured I would try to squeeze another voiceover in. But unfortunately, I don't think going forward I'm going to be able to do voiceovers. I'm going to have to keep putting music in. But anyway, so yeah, I in my what I had in mind for this build was kind of like a kids like party like arcade place, like a well, when we were kids we went to Chuck E. Cheese. I had like a Giggles PlayStation around when I was a kid. Well, actually I worked there when I was a little bit older, but anyway, to me they were very like, as you could tell in this build there's doors, but I didn't put any windows in because from my memory, which I probably could be wrong, but I kind of remember them having no windows. It was just kind of like this square, like just building. And when you go inside, it was like really bright lights and stuff. But, there was no windows, there was no airflow, there was no, it was kind of just like uh, it, a lot. Sometimes it was dark in certain places. And, I mean, I don't know. It just felt like they were kind of just like kind of shoving you in there and they wanted you to like pumping air or something in the building to make you stay like, but there was no like natural air flow in there and it kind of just felt like tight and cramped. And I don't know, as a kid I guess it was kind of fun, but when I look back on it I'm like, oh, those places, were very small and cramped and there was a lot of kids and a lot of people. And I don't know, I kind of just got that feeling. So when I saw the Party Essentials kit, I kind of wanted to do something like that, like a kids party place, but I wanted it to be like abandoned and run down. Um Kind of like a Five Nights at Freddy's idea. Like this has nothing to do with that, but that's kind of like what I had in the back of my head. Like, it was like closed down and something happened there and like it kind of got run over, like grown over, and the place is kind of coming apart. I haven't played the new one, so maybe it's not like that, but I thought that was what the original one was like. But if I'm wrong, don't don't come at me in the comments. Um, but yeah, that's kind of where I was going with this. So you'll see the inside right now is kind of bright and fun, but I'll add some of that, run down, kind of like the stains on the floors and the cracks on the walls and the dirt and the mold and stuff like that. So that was kind of like the backstory, like the owner of this building kind of just went away one day. And the rumors are he had shady business, or she, the owner, had some shady business going on, and nobody really knows what that business was, but because of it they kind of had to just disappear. And now this place was left abandoned, nobody took it over. It kind of just sits the way it was left that last day, but now it's kind of like overgrown. And all the mold and the dirt and the grossness kind of just you know started to grow in here. So like I wanted it to look like maybe like a party was just about to happen, or like a party just ended and this is kind of like the way they left the place right before they shut it down. And it just, it's kind of like time capsule like sort of like, but then the overgrown part kind of on top of it. So yeah, that's kind of where I was going with this. And I like the fact that those gaming things that are in the middle, I believe those are from the Get Together pack, I want to say. As you could tell, some of the swatches are a little dirty and a little banged up on those games, and I thought that was perfect. I didn't even know they came with those swatches, but I was happy when I was like scrolling through them and I saw that. I was like, "Oh, that's perfect," cuz they look used and very old and just, very, you know, well used over the years cuz kids were playing with them. So, I was very happy to find that. So, yeah, I made that like the main focus in here cuz I figured when I think of it, we don't really have like other kind of gaming things I could have put in here. So when I was thinking arcade, those were the best idea. And then I did put like a little ping pong table back there because I figured like if you go to like a Dave and Buster's or whatever it is, or if you go, I don't know if Chuck E. Cheese has it, but I know a lot of game places have like the ping pong, or you could do like the ice hockey and stuff like that. So that's kind of, I threw one of those tables in there because it kind of reminds me of those kind of games. Um, and I just wanted to give your Sims a little something else because this lot is functional. I believe I'm gonna play test it, but I kind of made sure you could still use the items. I just wanted them to look, gross. So also, I had a little bit of a background story that even though it's abandoned and it's overgrown and run down now, maybe like like some teens come in here, like not bad teens, but kind of maybe, and they kind of made this their hangout now. So it's kind of like it's not totally abandoned because the teens like to come here, but they don't clean it up or anything. They just kind of come in here and the game still works, or they still play the games and they just hang out in here and get away from their parents or get away from other people. Um, and because nobody really wants to come to this place because of the way it looks, they kind of have privacy. Nobody really bothers them here. So yeah, so I figured this was kind of like a teen hangout. And I think I did end up putting that as one of the like um like the things you could click to have for the building. I can't think of the word, but yeah, I think I made this like a teen hangout and kind of like a party place. So I just thought I should have added a keg, but then again, that wouldn't have went with the theme of like you wouldn't have a keg at kids' party plays. But I guess if you play this, maybe your Sims can bring a keg, and then that could just be like the teen part of it. Or the juicer. I'm sorry, it's like a juice thing from university. But yeah, so yeah, this is kind of like the inside. As you can see, I kind of already talked over decorating it and stuff. And then I found those really big cracks in the floor. I think that's a rug decoration from Get Famous, but I thought that was perfect to make the floor kind of look like it's like falling apart. And then I just threw a rug over it because I figured maybe the teenagers just were like, well, we'll just throw a rug over it. But then again, they're under the gaming, so I don't know. Somebody was trying to hide it. But yeah, anyway, I just thought that was kind of cool, those rugs. And I don't get to use them very often, so I thought it was a fun thing to just use them in this build. But now we have a bathroom here, so I just did like a small single bathroom. And then the other room, it was going to be like where the staff used to go and like maybe bake the cakes for the party people, like the Sims having a party. So I kind of made it like a little staff room. And it's like just like a little kitchen with like a, the main kitchen essentials and like a little table for where the staff could have just like had their breaks and stuff. You'll see that in a little bit. But yeah, it's very simple. Like I said, this is a very short build. And I made it sure that I was able to kind of do a voiceover for this new kit, but unfortunately, they're not easy for me to do right now. So the next few videos may have music over it. But anyway, yeah, so this is just the bathroom, and like I said, I made all the rooms look very gross and dingy and put all these cracks and, you know, stuff on the wall. And I ended up using that mirror with the little crying cloud. I really wanted to use the mirror from Werewolves with the crack on it, but it just looked weird because it's too low on the ground and it didn't look right in there. And then they had another cool one from University with all the stickers on it, but they were both like too long. And I didn't like the way they looked behind the sink, so I ended up just using that cloud mirror because I thought that was really cute. And maybe it's something that, because it doesn't look as broken, it looks a little newer. So maybe that's just like something the teens brought in and they just kind of hung in the bathroom. Because I figured like the ping pong table too looks kind of new, so maybe like they weren't exactly in here when this place was running, and the teens ended up just kind of bringing a couple of their own little things in here to just kind of make it their hangout. So I think that's like a cool idea to go with too. Like if that's, something you want to, think about. I don't know. That's something I thought about. But anyway, yeah, this is like the little staff room. Like I said, it's just like the little kitchen. I gave him like a microwave here, and that was really it. I just figured this was somewhere like I said, where they can bake the cakes for the party room next door, but also the Sims come in here and have their like microwave meal on their lunch break or something. But it's very tiny. Like I said, I didn't want to make it big because I wanted to make it look like it was like claustrophobic, and they didn't really care about the staff. They just gave them this tiny little room and were like, yeah, this is what you get. um, but I added a little clutter here just to make it look a little Um, I don't know, like they use. I mean, I wanted it to look like there was like food left out, but I figured if I use like the debug food stuff, it would end up getting really gross and your Sims would clean it up anyway. So I kind of just used that like pizza clutter thing there, like somebody left sauce and cheese all over the counter and stuff. I know it doesn't look exactly dirty, but that's kind of where I was going with it. Um, but yeah, I did put garbage around outside the building and stuff, but I figured some of the debug garbage that comes up like with flies and gross, your Sims are probably going to clean those up. So I didn't try to go too heavy with those. But I did make this room like again, I added like those gross stains on the floor and I added a lot of garbage and just a lot of cracks. Like I said, I wanted this build to look kind of like it was in the past with the games, like still nice and bright and fun, but also like over the years, like it just didn't hold up very well. So yeah, I kind of tried to balance both, and I don't know, I think it came out kind of cool. But yeah, so I mean, I kind of enjoyed the the kit items. I don't know how much I'm actually going to end up using them in the future, but I think I'm going to want to do other builds where there's party items, maybe not so run down builds. But yeah, I kind of enjoyed it, and I feel like some of the items I can use in other builds that don't have anything to do with parties, like the bar and TV and etc. So yeah, I think I'll use them in other builds. But yeah, this is it for the build. So if you guys like it, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.